Hari Om. Welcome back to 267. Indriyanam hi charatam yenmanonvidhiyate tadasya harati pragyam vayurnavamibhambasi. So now, yes, it is clear and it is understood that the mind without control on the senses is a wreckage, is like a ship being tossed by the winds. And in the previous session, we concluded with one note. Why at all did the Creator create the sense organs and the objects of the world? That's $1 million question. Eyes are there to see. Ears are meant to hear. Nose is for smelling. Tongue is for tasting. And the skin is to feel. Similarly, mouth is to talk, hands to work, legs for movement, anus for excretion, and the genitals for progeny, whatever it is. If we feel that it is inappropriate or injustice for the sense organs created by the Creator not to be used, is a fallacy. Just imagine that you have a box of sweets. The discretion is how much sweets to eat and who can eat. Without that discretion or discrimination, if you eat a box full of Mysore Pak of Nandini's or any other brand, then the next day or a few hours later, you will be very busy attending to nature's call. Isn't it? Think. The organs are there and the world of objects are also there, but we should know how much to use them, where to use them, in which direction to be used. Without that, erratically, non-stop, if we start abusing or misusing or overusing, then the results will be negative. Eyes are meant to look at nature or to see the forms of the God and appreciate. Ears are meant to listen to the glories of the manifested. Nose are meant to breathe and observe every breath that goes in and comes out, and to have a neutral vision towards the smell that comes. Not aversing something not good or craving for things that you like. Have a neutral mind. tongue is meant to taste and to eat and to roll the food in the mouth. Generally, there's a tendency where when we eat, we gobble. My friends, remember, every morsel that you put in your mouth, you are supposed to masticate or chew that morsel for a minimum of 72 times and then swallow. You do that, you see how there'll be an improvement or change in the health. Especially people who are obese. They do this, I tell you, there'll be a drastic reduction of weight. What happens is when we have the food in the mouth and when we start to chew, mixing the food in the saliva, then it gives the direction to the mind as to what sort of food it is and what sort of things to be produced in the stomach for the proper assimilation of the food. Then proper digestion happens. Or else no. Mouth is meant to sing the glories of the Lord or to appreciate others, but not to criticize or not to abuse. Correct? Skin, you should know that it is the gift wrap given by the God for this body. It has to be maintained. A glowing, shining, clear skin is an indication of good health. Understand? There is a proverb also, face is the index of mind. Looking at the face and the features, they can say what sort of person or what sort of thoughts a person carries. Hands are meant to work, to build something good, but not to snatch or not to grab or steal or to touch that which is not ours. Which is not ours, we are not supposed to touch. I know, for instance, when a small boy accompanying his grandmother when they went to a neighbor's house, there's a wonderful spring door. The spring door made of wood, it has such a tendency that if you touch the head keeps wobbling. And the child liked and touched. Immediately after getting back home, a ladle was burned and it was kept on the hand of the child, saying, that which is not ours, we should not touch. A lesson. At times, we feel this is wrong, being harsh and rude, but not cruel. At times, in disciplining, we have to be strict. And after that, again, we should have that love also. After that, whatever the grandmother has to do, she has done, applied butter, and yes, everything happened. But the lesson learned by the child, all through his life, it was there, and he never touched anything that is not his. Think, are we disciplining like that? We are over pampering our children, and this over pamper has spoiled them. Too much of lenience, too much of freedom. They have forgotten the borderline, where to stop. all our doing, our giving, isn't it? Hence, we have 3 more organs to be thought of. And why at all these two, sense organs and sense objects of the world? Why? Still we didn't test that. Yes, we'll do that. It continues. Thanks for being Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru.